This election coverage on WLEW News is being brought to you by Thumb Sailor, the talk of the thumb since 1991, by Sure Health, Better Life, and by John Hunt and JW Hunt OTC. Here's the latest election results. I'm Clark Ramsey. With all 31 precincts reporting in Huron County, all 25 precincts reporting in Tuscola County, and 27 of 31 precincts in Sanilac County reporting, here are the results so far from the November 8th general election in the Thumb of Michigan. We'll begin with the thumb numbers of the State of Michigan governor in Huron, Sanilac, and Tuscola counties. Tudor Dixon, Republican, takes 33,575 votes, or 64% of the vote. Gretchen Whitmer at 33% at 17,625. These are just the three counties in the Thumb of Michigan. State of Michigan Secretary of State in the Thumb goes to Christina Caramo, 31,626, with 61% of the vote. 36% goes to Jocelyn Benson, incumbent Democrat, with 18,831. Attorney General State of Michigan in the Thumb, Matthew DePerno, Republican, with 64.5% of the vote at 33,278. 32.7% goes to Dana Nessel, incumbent Democrat, at 16,849. District 9 Congress, Lisa McLean, incumbent Republican, in Huron, Sanilac, and Tuscola counties takes 70% of the vote at 35,617. Brian J., Democrat, at 13,352, with 26% of the vote. In the Washington Post and Fox News also calling that race for Lisa McLean. State House District 98, Huron County, eastern half of Tuscola, most of Sanilac, and northeast Lapeer County. With Huron, Tuscola, and Sanilac County numbers, Greg Alexander takes 71.7% of the vote with 24,977. Robert Morosek, Democrat, at 9,723 at 27.9% in favor, going to Greg Alexander. District 97, State House, western half of Tuscola, parts of Genesee, Saginaw Bay counties. Just Tuscola numbers here. Matthew Beerline, more than doubling up, Paul Whitney, with 10,516 votes to Paul Whitney's 4,556. Of course, this does not take into account Genesee, Saginaw, or Bay County as well. District 67 of the State House, southeast Tuscola, northeast Genesee, and western half of Lapeer County. Just Tuscola numbers here again. Phil Green beating out Brian LaHoy, 681 to 261, 72% to 28% in favor of Phil Green, Republican. State Senate District 25. This includes Huron, Sanilac, St. Clair, and northern Macomb counties. And with Huron, Sanilac, and Tuscola numbers, this goes in favor of Dan Lowers over Bert Van Dyke. State Senate District 26, just Tuscola numbers, Kevin Daly, doubling up, Charles Stadler, 10,067 to 4,097, Kevin Daly in favor. In Huron County, contested races, School Board of the Bad Axe Public Schools, 3 seats were up for grabs, and it was a tight one. The top 3 taking the seats would be Brian McCrae with 1,118 votes, Nicholas Checkley with 900 votes coming in second, and the third seat going to Michael Sutherland with 868 votes. Kristen Reifenbach takes 860 votes, losing by 8 votes to Michael Sutherland. So Nicholas Checkley, Brian McCrae, and Michael Sutherland, your 3 seats on the Bad Axe Public School Board. Kaysville Public Schools, 4 seats were up for grabs, and those go to Carrie Lapka, Deborah Hopkins, Heidi Yeager, and Celeste Deal. Losing would be Michelle Connors-Narkotic and Mike Siegfried. Cass City Public Schools still waiting on the Sanilac numbers, but in Huron and Tuscola counties, those numbers are finalized. Bryce Van Vliet with 1,521 votes, 1,399 for Stacy Bliss, and Mandy Ross at 1,359. But just 61 votes behind is Alice Zaleski at 1,298, and this does not take into account the Sanilac County numbers that vote for the Cass City Public Schools. Still waiting on those. North Huron School Board, 2 seats were up for grabs, 3 going for it, and they go to Brian Plaga and Ashley Wisniewski. Brian Plaga, 1,267, Ashley Wisniewski, 1,067, Robert Wisniewski loses with 837 votes. USA Unionville Sebring Area School Board, 3 seats up for grabs, 4 going for it, and those 3 go to Brian Dyer, Kurt Ewald, and Kirk Payne. William Glob Jr. loses with 772 votes, leading the way Brian Dyer at 1737, Kurt Ewald 1563, Kirk Payne 1137, William Glob Jr. at 772. Village of Elkton trustees, 3 seats, 4 going for it as well. Patrick Gregory, Bridget McCarty, and Shane Schember are your winners. Losing is Lori Kleiss. Leading the way, Bridget McCarty 181, Shane Schember 137, Patrick Gregory 126, Lori Kleiss losing with 83. Village of Owendale trustee goes in favor on a partial term to Gina Retford with 38 votes. Kendra Kretschmer losing at 28 votes, just by 10. Village of Ubley trustee, 3 seats. Those go to Tracy Foster, Jeffrey Rubin, and Brandon Jerzeski. Losing was Mitchell Holdwick, David Yarrow, Austin Seltz, and Gabriel Turner. Leading the way, Jeffrey Rubin with 164, followed by Brandon Jerzeski at 148, Tracy Foster at 144. The 4th seat just 5 votes behind, going to David Yarrow at 139, losing by 5 votes. Into Sanilac County. Sanilac County Clerk, partial term ending December 2024, and with 27 of 31 precincts reporting, handedly going to Leslie Hilgendorf with 10,274 votes to Kimberly Ann Corey's 2,567 votes. Still 4 precincts out there, however, 80% of the votes so far going to Leslie Hilgendorf. Commissioner District number 6 in Sanilac County, 1 of 2 precincts reporting, and this goes to Evans Ahart so far with 493, Ehart with 493, Jeff Angus with 265. No word yet on the Croslex Community Schools Board. Marlette Community Schools Tuscola numbers are in, waiting on the Sanilac numbers. 184 for Jamie McCumber, 158 for Daniel Klatsky. Third place to 130 with 138 votes goes to Rachel Hager. Those are the top 3 as of now. 4th place, 35 votes behind, is Jill Thomas at 103, followed by Nick Woods at 78. Sandusky Community Schools, these are final, 13 of 13 precincts, and they go to Robert Hassler, Justin Radloff, and Carolyn Stoutenberg, with 1,958 votes for Hassler, 1,813 for Radloff, and 1,460 for Stoutenberg. Troy Tank loses with 1,374, falling by just under 85 votes. Yale Public School Board is still waiting on those numbers. Village of Applegate trustee, 3 seats. Those go to Kate Dove, Donna Geller, and Glenn Olds. City of Croswell Council, 3 seats to Rob Butler, Sal Hernandez, and Randy Willis. Losing would be Cindy Fackler, Mike McMillan, and Alexandria Neves in a fairly close match and race in Croswell. Village of Deckerville trustee, Amanda Wychik, Susan Chesky, and Katie Noble win. Katie Noble beats Edwin Dorr by just 8 votes, 132 to 124. Edwin Dorr loses by just 8 votes in Deckerville for the last trustee spot. Village of Minden City president goes to Alan Mike Pearson with 51 votes, Timothy Mausoff at 25. Village of Minden City trustees, 6 seats were available, 7 running. Those go to Stephen Gamer, Susan Gernovich, Ronald Kaufman, Mark Kloan, Sarah Lautner, and William Schumann. Losing was Eric Toth by 14 votes. Stephen Gamer at 44, Eric Toth at 30. Village of Port Sanilac president, 14 votes separate them, but Damian Falcon, your winner, at 161, Raymond Mock at 147. Moving into Tuscola County, Akron Fairgrove Schools, 4 seats available, 5 running, and those go to Jennifer Hutchinson, Calvin Kosick, Jennifer Ronk, and Mike Turner. Josh Whalen loses with 531. Leading the way was Mike Turner at 687. The difference between Jennifer Ronk, the 4th seat, at 534, Josh Whalen at 531, losing by 3 votes. In Caro, the community schools, 2 seats were available. Kathleen Curtis and Brian McComb take those. Brian McComb at 2,854 votes. Kathleen Curtis, 2,188. Timothy Jones, 1,000 votes less at 1,165. Carroll Community Schools also had a partial seat available, and that went to Katie Skelton with 1,929 votes, Paul Strays with 1,881. Millington Community School Board, 3 seats available. Those go to Danielle Dixon, Casey Hendricks, and Nicole Jeruzel. Dwayne Jorgensen loses with 1,158. Jeruzel led the way with 2,433. Jorgensen loses by approximately 600 votes. Reese Public Schools, 3 seats available. They go to Joseph Hess, Lori Karst, and Danny Palm. Palm with 906 votes, Hess at 847, Karst at 671. Josh Falk loses in the 4th spot of 3 seats with 621, losing by 50 votes. Jose Signs at 614, also losing. Carroll District Library, 4 seats available. Dawn Brandy and Cheryl Hoy, Kathy Lewis, and Francis Silvernail win those. City of Carroll has a new mayor. Karen Snyder defeats Joe Green 763 to 649 by 114 votes for Karen Snyder. City of Carroll Council, 3 seats available. They go to Bob Eschenbacher, Don Hall, and Charlotte Kish. Losing was Alan Michael by approximately 250 to 300 votes. Village of Gagetown President Paul Lopez Jr. with 73 votes, 44 for David John Appy. Paul Lopez Jr., President of Village of Gagetown. Village of Gagetown Trustees, 3 seats go to Sue Ann Comment, Craig Downing, and Walt Swyanston. Losing was Todd McKnight by just 7 votes. Craig Downing had 56. Todd McKnight loses at 49. Village of Mayville Trustee, 1 seat available. That goes to Rodney Dean Buell with 181 votes. Kathy Freeland at 57. Bo Shaver at 55. And the Village of Millington Trustee had 3 seats available, and they go to Sharon Beam, Andrew Zalik, and Herbert Thompson. Kurt Grappentine loses with 132. Thompson was at 161 by 29 votes. In the proposal world, mixed bag of results. State proposals in the local area. Proposal 1, term limits for legislature. That was neck and neck in Huron, Sanilac, and Tuscola County. No votes with 25,619. Yes votes, 25,119. Of course, this is without 4 precincts still reporting in Sanilac County. Proposal 2, election provisions with in-person early-in voting. Overseas ballots counted by Election Day if postmarked properly. That fails. 29,789 in the local thumb area. Yes votes had 21,163, 8,600 votes less. Proposal 3, reproductive freedom, pregnancy, and abortion rights. That fails quite largely in the thumb, Michigan. No votes, 32,393. Yes votes, 19,005. That's 13,000 less votes in Huron, Sanilac, and Tuscola counties. Huron County had 2 county-wide proposals. Both passed. The Huron Transit Corporation renewal for .2 mills. That passes 2-1. 9,164 in favor, 4,652 say no, 66% to 33%. County-wide proposal for Huron County also a 911 Central Dispatch increase proposal of .4 mills for 5 years. That also passes more than 2-1. The yes votes, 9,593. No votes, 4,234. Passing by over 5,300 votes. Kaysville Public School bond proposal. This passes 741 to 638. A difference of just 103 votes, 53% to 46%. Yes for the Kaysville Public School bond proposal of $7.7 million in building upgrades. Hume Township passes its fire millage proposal 319 to 93. Sand Beach Township also passes a fire millage proposal 367 to 219. Lake Township passes both of its millage proposals, road millage and road and sponge moth suppression. The road millage passed with 236 to 199 in Lake Township. The sponge moth suppression and road renewal 273 to 159. And the Village of Pigeon Headley override proposal, that also passes by 4 votes, 208 to 204 in the village of Pigeon. The Headley override proposal passes in Pigeon by 4 votes, 208 to 204. Countywide proposal in Sanilac County, that is on its way to passing with 27 of 31 precincts reporting yes for the medical care facility renewal, 9,639 to 4,225, more than 2 to 1. 70% to 30% favoring yes. Village of Applegate passes general operations 53 to 39. Austin Township passes its road millage and road gravel renewals 202 to 81 and 193 to 80. Bridgehampton Township road millage renewal, that passes 207 to 88. Bridgehampton Township road millage increase, that is a tie. Never seen this before. 300 votes cast, 150 to 150. A dead tie, 150 to 150 for a millage increase for roads in Bridgehampton Township in Sanilac County. Brown City Community Schools Sinking Fund, no word on that one. Buell Township marijuana allowance, that fails. 385 to 179 in Buell Township in Sanilac County. Marlette Community Schools Headley override, last we heard in Tuscola it failed, 171 to 116. We're still waiting on the Sanilac numbers for the Marlette Community Schools Headley override. No word from Sanilac yet. Minden Township road millage renewal, that passes 141 to 80. Minden Township general operating in fire protection, that also passes 150 to 70. Moore Township fire equipment millage renewal, that passes 352 to 108 in Moore Township. And the Wheatland Township road maintenance millage, that passes 166 to 49. And no word on the Worth Township public safety millage proposal, with 0 of 2 precincts reporting. In Tuscola County, the countywide new county jail and sheriff's facility, that fails. 12,596 votes said no, 10,602 votes said yes, failing by just under 2,000 votes, 54.3% to 45.7%, failing by 8.6%. Akron Fairgrove passes its operating millage renewal 782 to 435. Almer Township fails its road millage proposal 481 to 449. Almer Township road millage proposal fails by 3.4%. Ellington Township fire millage renewal, that passes 357 to 270. Ellington also passed its road millage proposal 344 to 285. Juniata Township public safety and services millage, that fails. 434 said no, 343 said yes, failing by 91 votes. Coylton Township road improvement millage, that passes 394 to 265. Novesta Township road millage renewal also passes 355 to 281. And the city of Vassar is moving forward with its charter revision. 457 said yes, 420 said no, passes by 37 votes. That is the latest from the Huron, Tuscola, and Sanilac counties, with all but 4 precincts reporting, those all coming in Sanilac County. For WLEW News, I'm Clark Ramsey. This election coverage has been presented by Thumb Sailor, the talk of the thumb since 1991. Sure Health, Better Life, and by John Hunt and J.W. Hunt.